Hey guys, welcome to the land of the living. Today we're going to try a game called Home. Not even sure if you can see me at all, but we're going to try and run and with this and see what happens in this unique horror adventure game. Game will be saved automatically. That's nice to know. Headphones, turn off the lights. That's why they can't see me. All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Oh, my head, where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet, a flashlight. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's a good thing he didn't say it was a flashlight, because those things are a little creepy. A little more creepy than that house. Where was I? I'm Batman. It's like a body? There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Okay. But let's ignore that door. That hallway. I'm going here. Some libraries? Oh, look, it's a computer. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but do I open the drawer? Yes. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo looked like a stone of some kind. Why did it look so familiar? Bloodstains on the carpet, on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and my pants. Oh man, I had to get out of here. I don't see any blood. Well, I mean, it's kind of... Let's get the hell out of here. What's this? I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff. Getting my fingerprints every... Oh. Yeah, that's not cool. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was going home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She was looking afraid. I shook my head and tilted it to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Hallway? Yeah, no. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. He looked frantic but exhausted. Yeah, let's set him free. It'd be nice. A collection of rusty tools. These looked like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in the shed? This was an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for in here? Picture of a couple looked like it had moved, but been moved a lot. Push the switch. Yes. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. The shelf was full of books of local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner was really knew the area. An old dining table covered in dishes from two people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles all over the floor. The smell was turning my stomach. Whoa. Black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife, I guessed. There was no reason for me to keep this. Do I take it? No. I figured this was no help to me, so I left it behind. I'm just kind of confused as to what. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there were mud caked all over my shoes. Had I been sleepwalking again? Is that how I got to this house? The, fl- the front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Or I could just move the furniture and leave. I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. The bathroom was incredibly clean. Every surface had been thoroughly wiped, and nothing seemed out of place. Except that thing. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Um. Okay. That door's boarded up. The door was taped and seemed to be stuck, but it smelled. I guess it led to the kitchen. Is that a bat? Hanging from the ceiling? The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It obviously had been moved before. Maybe I'd found a way out. Should I move it to the right? Yeah, let's move the box. I heaved the box forward, and it finally gave. There was a ladder going to the underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage, so I climbed down the ladder. Well, I don't really have any other choice. My leg hurt as I climbed down the ladder. The tunnel below was even darker, and the smell wasn't getting any better. But I had to get out of here. I had to find my way home. Oh, I'm kind of screwed, I think. Ooh, what's this? Footprints in the dirt looked like more than one kind. It had a lot of traffic. Places all over were marked with an old map of the town, an industrial area near the river, various houses, and even a water tower near the old rail station. Newspaper clippings from a local paper. They were about murders in the town over the last few years. Wait a second. There were photos of the house, our house. And what the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, tried to find some kind of information. A work table covered in papers and dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Yes, we did. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Welcome to America. It was dark down here and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? The desk looked old and caked with grime. There was a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could make out a few letters. Ha, if, e, he, l, r, alf, o, ro. None of it made any sense to me. It's a very nicely decorated cave. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with wood. It was caked with blood. Someone didn't actually use that, did they? What's that? Rusted hooks, like kind you'd find at a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this? Did I do this? Crudely made shelves looked like they were holding cans, some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Looked like a cage. That smell was something coating the bottom, something wet. Yeah. I don't want to be here. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved into town. What the hell are they doing here? Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Okay. I remembered noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Let's ignore the ladder then. There's a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Do I take it? Yeah. Maybe the rope would make the broken ladder easier to descend. There's a skeleton in the wall. I have the rope now. There must be some use for it. The rope I found would let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Do I climb down? Yes. I could hear a faint hum in the smell before I yeah. Bunch of old newspapers, we'd pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on them. Keep out, danger due to cave-in. Yeah. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope as I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache of my leg was bad enough as it is. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been already used. I kept it in my pocket. It seemed familiar. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone called through there. It was high up. I think I'm starting to piece together things. Dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? Probably water from the pipes. That seems too easy. Kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? Well, the gun might not work. And I might need to defend myself. Yeah, I'm gonna take the knife. Slipped the knife in my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Okay, we've been running about 20 minutes now. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause it right here. Thank you for tuning in. And give me a like, give me a subscribe. Share it on all your social media networks. Put a comment in the thing. Let me know what you think, and then we will continue this horror mystery outing soon because it's just starting to get interesting. Alrighty, and away we go.